Hi, everyone. Welcome back to OGSoG. This is a very special episode of OGSoG.
Happy birthday,
Every time they
Joven.
say that on the sitcoms, there's drugs involved. Who's on drugs?
Or
Tonight
sometimes
on
someone
a very
gets
special
dead.
episode. This is Joven's intervention.
Wait, what? Damn it. I knew I shouldn't have come tonight. And I didn't bring any
Live your sex
tissues.
tape.
Gross.
Today we're going to do something kind of fun, exciting, a little bit different. We're going to pull the curtain back on a little side project that we're all working on here on the side. What?
Joven, now that you're pulling the imaginary curtain.
So, a long time ago, Soinky, Lasercorn, and myself were sitting in the Smosh Games offices, and we're like really bored. And we were like, maybe really high? I don't know why we asked this question. We're like,
I wasn't high.
What if we got sucked into these video games right now? And then we started to just like in the room like pitch ideas of what it would be like if we were stuck and lost in video games. It might have been
survive Jumanji was the question.
this predates Jumanji.
This feels like a made-up story.
Jumanji 2.
What? You don't remember this?
It predates
I
Jumanji 2.
I feel like
Not
we
one.
must have just been talking about making a cartoon. I don't remember it going down like this, but
I like
I
this
also don't
lore.
really remember.
Also-
We
Yeah.
can go with your lore. We can go.
Also,
with
for
yours.
legal reasons, we were not in the Smosh Games office.
Oh, yeah.
we were not
we
on
were in
company.
our-
that up.
We were in our own our home office that
Yes.
we called Smoosh Games office.
But I actually kind of do remember being elsewhere though. I don't know. My memory's fuzzy on this. I guess.
Well, you're
Were
on
you
2 hours
high
of
or
sleep.
nobody's high? Where are we on that? With
I
the
was. I'm 100% sure I was not high.
No, we weren't. We
Joven's
weren't high.
adding that for effect.
But we just started bouncing around the idea of like, what if we got lost and stuck in video games? And so I think it was so inky. It was like, oh yeah, we fall through like a plot hole because it doesn't make any sense. And they're like, it's called plot holes. Well, that idea kind of just stuck in the back of my head. And as years and time went by, I was like, no, we should actually turn this into something. And I was in a pitch meeting for NBC and Sci-Fi. And I was like literally 30th floor in Burbank overlooking the valley, talking to people in suits. And they're like, oh, so tell us about some of the other ideas you have. I was like, oh, well, there's this thing called plot holes. It's these 3 characters that fall into video games via a plot hole. I talked about it a little bit, and they asked a question, just a very basic question. And I was like, oh yeah, in the pilot, this blank happens. Just referring to like the small synopsis that we did kind of talked about at that point. Mm-hmm. And they go, oh, that's great. So there's a pilot. Awesome. Yeah, send that to us tomorrow. Okay, cool. We'll pick this up tomorrow. We'll talk more. And I was like, great. Yeah, not a problem. I will get that to you. Absolutely. Knowing full well that there is no pilot at all. So while I'm in the elevator,
What happens when you're too good at lying? Listen
Yes.
up, kids. Don't be a
Is he too
liar.
good at lying? Did they actually believe him? Or as soon as he walked out, were those guys like, he doesn't have a f***ing pilot. He's going home to write it right
amazing.
now.
Like, he's
That's
gonna be
how I
sweating bullets
picture
doing his
these
homework.
guys in suits.
That's what
In
happened.
Burbank.
I believe that they believed. So I immediately, I texted our friend Alex, and I was like, hey, I have to write a pilot. Meet me at Lasercorn's. And he knew. He was like, does Lasercorn know that we're going over? And I was like, no, I'm going to text him next. And then went over to Lasercorn's, and we stayed up till like 2 o'clock in the morning writing a little pilot. And then it went nowhere. A couple years later.
And while
Yeah.
we were not high, I'm pretty sure we were drinking at the writing meeting.
Oh, we
A little
definitely
bit.
were drinking.
Yeah. just
Hence the
maybe just a little
typos.
bit. Yeah.
Anyways, the script was still lacking. It was fun, but it wasn't a full story. And recently, I brought on a friend of the channel, Matt Key, a phenomenal writer who's really, really good at story structure. And that's what this needed, was just a little bit more, structure to it. Where's the second act? Where's the third act? Where's it going? And so he did a rewrite. This group here, outside of me, has not seen this new rewrite yet. So we've retweaked some of the characters. Some of the situations are slightly different. There's more motivation now. There's more conflict now. And so we are going to do a
There's more
table read
nudity
for you guys.
I'm just looking
a
through.
lot more
How
nudity.
much nudity did you
Lasercorn's
add
just
in?
naked the whole time.
I figured that's how it'll get sold. So we are going to do a table read for it just to kind of hear the jokes out. We might do another joke pass on it, maybe tweak the characters a little bit more. But this is us kind of like seeing where the show goes. And then I'm going to look into animators to slowly fund this to see if we can get it off the ground. And if the audience likes it,
Hey.
we'll try to turn this into a real thing.
All we need is a pilot.
Amazing.
and then that becomes a much more easy to sell. You know,
You don't
How
even
hard can
you don't
it
even
be?
need a pilot. Like, look at how South Park sold. Look at how Rick and Morty sold. It was like a 6-minute short online, and they're like, "We love it. Let's do one of these."
Oh yeah.
I like where your head's at, though. We get a pilot. We have them fly us around with big
Right.
executives. Then we
Yes.
look
It
fancier.
look like we have money,
Yeah,
so like it's safe to trust these guys.
got a pilot. Get in our
kids
plane.
have a pilot? Yes, that's that man right there.
Yeah, he's gonna fly us around while we tell you about this script
It's like
we wrote.
that's a janitor. Though the script has our names in it, I play a character named Joven. Lasercorn plays a character named Lasercorn. Soinky plays a character named Soinky. Those are temp names because I don't like coming up with names, and I'll change them later. Mari actually has a name in this, but we'll get to that in the second act.
It's Mari. I'm changing my name to
It's
Mari.
can't change it.
Mar-I.
This is why
R.I..
you guys have PDFs and not the working file. And then we've got producer Paco here is going to read through all of the director's notes and descriptions. But yeah, would you guys like to do a table read for the first pilot episode of Plot Holes?
Yes.
It's
Is this
called
going on
stage directions,
YouTube
by
or
the
is
way,
this
for the audience.
purely a
That's what Paco
Patreon
will be
thing?
reading.
But what? Oh, I said director notes.
Yeah, you
Oh,
just meant stage directions.
Stage directions.
Hey, is this a YouTube or a Patreon thing or both?
This is a YouTube thing, and then
Oh, it's just
we'll
public.
we'll chop out some of that intro for Patreon because they get special things.
It's we're just putting it out there into the world.
That's what it's all about.
All right.
All right. Paco, would you like to take it away?
Interior Lasercorn's house, day. Joven 20s, the wildcard wrecking ball of the trio, and Sohinki 20s, the Tim Cook of entry-level positions, play a card game. Across the room, Lasercorn 20s, a mad scientist type dressed like a gaming convention, works at his desktop computer, which is a full-on bank of computer monitors.
You can't block my Mega Chihuahua with your Goat Hydra. I have Gift of Camouflage.
Gift of Camouflage only activates at the hyper light phase of your turn. I win. Say that I win.
Never! Table flip!
Joven struggles to flip the table, but we see that the table has been bolted to the ground. Lasercorn, not looking up from his computer, yells at Joven.
You can't flip the table, Joven. I bolted it down after last time.
Your bolts are no match against me. Yep. Yeah, that might be a hernia. Hey, what does a hernia feel like?
Sohinki walks to Lasercorn at his computer.
Are you ready to play yet? This is my only day off this weekend. All I've done with it is beat Joven.
Best of 75 rematch, but also maybe call a doctor.
Silence! I'm trying to mod my character to have chainsaw hands.
And you gotta be careful. If you try to mod a game too much, it could literally break the game.
We see Joven crawl in the background toward the sofa.
Nonsense! Every line of code is set perfectly. With just one more keystroke, I shall achieve greatness. Behold, chainsaw hands.
Oh, what do you call the tum-tum doctor?
As Lasercorn hits enter, we see the game screen start to glitch out. His drive overheats, smoking.
I told you, you're gonna set the place on fire. Where's our fire extinguisher?
Lasercorn points to the extinguisher in a corner, so Hinky grabs it and pulls the trigger on it. Nothing happens.
Oh yeah, it's empty.
What do you mean it's empty?
You think chainsaw hands code themselves? When would I have time to replace the foamy stuff?
Joven lies on the sofa, gazing at the ceiling, paralyzed.
That's on me. I thought 'twas filled with marshmallow. 'Twas not.
Being the fire near,
If the fire gets to the couch, can you push me and the couch outside?
electricity shoots from the monitor and a blue-green plot hole materializes next to Joven on the couch. It emits a strange sound and slowly pulls in Joven, the couch, and other things.
Hello, convenient magical portal. Will you take me to the hospital?
Nope, I don't want to have to buy a new sofa.
So Hinky dives to save the couch, grabbing its leg as it slowly disappears into the ethereal portal.
And because Joven is on it, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
Are you just now seeing this?
My mod created a grain saw. Grain! It just cuts wheat. Ah, so lame.
As he disappears,
By any chance, is this the way to the doctor's?
then...
Nice. It smells like graham crackers in the misty murder pool. Swirly murder pool.
Joven has fully disappeared, with Sohinki now mostly in it. His game cards fly into the portal.
My cards! My gold foil Robo Narwhal! Yeah, I'm gonna need those back.
Soinki lets go and gracefully dives into the portal. Lasercorn pulls a thumb drive from his computer, stuffs it in his pocket, then stands up.
Man, I really want marshmallows now.
Then, as if he's done with this 1,000 times, he calmly walks into the portal without a thought. As he steps in,
Grain saws. I mean, I would have at least liked brain saws.
interior wormhole, day-ish. We see our protagonists falling through space and time. Video game tropes like spaceships and pixelated monsters float by. Their belongings scatter in every direction as they fly through another portal.
Just going to give a quick pause here. How do you guys feel about the first scene? Are you enjoying the characters? Do they feel a little more fleshed out?
Yeah, it's good. I have noticed an error though. I've spotted. Script supervisor Lasercorn has spotted a continuity error.
Does he need to get paid for that?
It says interior Lasercorn's house, but then later Sohinki says, "I don't want to have to buy a new couch." What is his couch doing at my house? So who's
We're all maybe we're all roommates.
I think they're roommates.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you good fix. Good
Yeah,
fix.
y'all in your 20s. You can't afford your own place.
I love my 20s character. It's great.
It reminds you of
Yeah.
you in your 20s.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
I
they're
wish-
quote-unquote roommates.
Ooh, that's a nice,
Yeah,
nice
that's
little lore.
we could explore that in future episodes.
Interior, a futuristic spaceship. A portal appears over the control deck of a spaceship, a captain's console surrounded by smaller stations, all of it covered with a thick layer of dust. A giant window to space shows stars against the blackness of space. Our trio falls out of the portal and slams into the metal floor. The ship's lights flicker for the first time in ages.
Oh wow! Would you look at this? This is bad. This is. I swear, if this makes me late for my morning shift, oh dude, hell yeah, my arcane rhino,
Sohinki walks over and picks it up, then sees another one.
my elvish bodybuilder. But where is my robo narwhal?
Joven lies on the ground. His entire body flashes red and emits a faint beeping, indicating low health.
I'm sorry, I just have to say I love the name of all the cards. Elvish Bodybuilder actually got a laugh out of me. Low health. Am I the only one blinking red and beeping?
Lasercorn explores the area. He holds his thumb drive out, looking for a port to plug it into.
Wait a minute. This looks just like the bridge on the Moon Shard.
We're on what now?
It's the name of the ship in the game I was playing before that weird black hole sucked us up.
Couldn't be a black hole. It wasn't black and it didn't spaghettify us. This was more of a plot hole.
Joven spies something shiny next to him.
I could go for spaghetti. Paco, I'm leaving you room to read the,
Oh, okay, I wasn't
stage
sure.
directions still. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Should I? All right, I'll do that. I thought it would have sold it more if we let him read
in
it.
between, you don't.
Yeah,
you don't
I was
typically
read
flipping
it.
it back for yeah.
Yeah,
Seeing
no, you
something.
just because the one in the middle of the line is just supposed to direct how you say the line.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think we want to break up the dialogue for. Yeah,
I
that's
agree.
between.
Moving forward, I could go for spaghetti. Oh, look, a health pack.
A glowing medkit spins on the floor. Joven touches it and it disappears. A wave of green flows over him with a refill noise. Joven jumps up full of energy.
Wow. Not even gonna question that.
Sohinki retrieves another card.
My taco octopus? Where is my robo narwhal? You did this. You just had to go and break your game. I don't know how, but you did this.
Did I take risks? Yes. I'm a mod scientist. That's what I do. I had a reason, a purpose, to make chainsaw hands.
Lasercorn spies the terminal for his thumb drive.
Oh, buttons. Don't mind if I do.
Buttons! Me first.
Joven dives to play with the shiny buttons, but Lasercorn stops him. He opens a panel, presses a big red button, and a bevy of colorful lights flicker around the bridge. Blinking to life is a hologram woman. 6. Think Samus Aran, but with more pouches and belts.
Dude, what are you?
Captain, we are not yet. Who are you? You're not supposed to be here. You're gonna ruin everything.
Oh, wait a second. Who brought an actual VO actor to this table read?
That's not in the script.
Oh.
Are you reading?
Yeah, I was confused. I'm like, where
yeah,
are we?
legitimately.
But yeah, good
I was
job,
like,
Mark.
is he reading a line?
Yeah, I was like, ooh, you're gonna ruin
Oh my-
everything.
Lasercorn.
Sorry, yeah. I didn't realize she had one line left, and it threw me all off.
No,
right,
I was just,
reset it.
I was giving you a lead.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, you're VI. You guided Captain Commander through the radiational quasar of Eros.
What even is going on?
He got that on the first try, too.
I didn't. It's
Well, technically, it's Rad
National.
National. Yeah.
I read radiational.
Oh, yeah.
It's close. I think mine's better.
Oh, she's pretty. Hey, Elkhorn, tell her I said hi. Hey, dude. Tell her I said hi.
I can hear you.
Because of your advanced computer hearing?
No, everyone can hear you. Please stop.
I'm the virtual intelligence of this ship, and you've just put this entire mission into jeopardy.
We're so sorry, miss. Open up a new portal for us. Find my Robo Narwhal, and we'll be right on our way.
This ship was cloaked, as the only life on board was cryogenically frozen. Scanners couldn't read us. Now that you're here, any Zorgobs in the sector can detect us.
Zorgobs? That's the pizza guy.
What? No! When the Zorgobs committed the Rothar genocide during the Regelian Singularity, they set phasers to quick but painful.
Boring. Skip the cutscene and ask the pretty blue lady her name.
Joven turns to the hologram and winks very badly. Hologram sticks her tongue out in disgust at the wink.
Again, I can hear you. And I don't have a name.
But you gotta have a name. How else do you pay your taxes?
Character's such a nerd! You fucking nerd!
Nerdy in the most different ways. Which is so good.
But it's true!
Captain Commander never gave me a name. He refers to me as his VI.
BI is Roman numeral for 6. Can we call you 6?
6? Huh. I like that. I've never had a name. Should I take a last name?
T9! Get it? Make her last name T9.
Nope. Never mind. Stick with 6.
What is this? Where's normal? How do we get back to normal? Like, we postmated Jack in the Box, and, like, my mom's expecting a call.
$1 Million Man? That's good.
I'm confused by that line.
We'll cut this part out. This was
$6
one
million
of those
man.
lines. I was expecting a call.
Joven's still thinking about different last names, so it's like $6 million man.
Thank
Joven
you,
thinks it's
Paco. Jeez.
Appreciate it.
All right, hold
we
on.
just didn't roll through the lines quickly enough for
Yeah.
me to process that was still related to the previous
That's
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
That joke makes a lot more sense. All right, so you take your line. I'm gonna give a different read on this.
What is this? Where's normal? How do we get back to normal? Like, we just postmated Jack in the Box, and, like, my mom is expecting a call.
$6 million Man? Ooh, that's good.
Joven can't survive in a place like this, and if I'm late to work, I'll lose my job, and jobs give me money.
Criminy, Sohinki, get a grip! Don't you see what this is? An escape from real life. Would you rather live in a video game or go back to data entry with Brad?
Hey, Brad can be pretty cool.
His name is Brad! How cool could he be?
Warning sirens blare, red lights flash all around them.
Oh no! The Gorzobs have found us! This is a disaster. You're gonna have to hold them off.
Well, I bet you all wish you had chainsaw hands now, huh, boys?
Chainsaw hands?
Right? So cool. See, I was trying to make these chainsaw hands, and
Zip it, Elkhorn! Not now! So, we don't really have combat skills, unless they can be killed with fast typing skills or being a little bitch, perhaps?
Hey, but true.
Just like unfreeze your murder soldier guys, you know?
The process has already begun, but it takes time to get his vitals to full capacity.
6 presses a button, and a wall panel unseals to reveal a gigantic armory of futuristic space weapons and armor. Our trio's eyes go wide, and they all celebrate.
so many mod opportunities.
Whoa, actually, we are quite skilled with whatever these are. You are smart to give them to us.
Dibs on the big shiny rifle bazooka.
The trio runs for the shiny weapons, but 6 stops them.
No!
She pulls some armor off the shelves and some small laser pistols. It's basically laser tag gear.
This is a child's training armor and a trio of wee peanuts.
They're called wee peanuts?
Wee nuts.
6 hands out the armor to the disappointed trio.
Head to the docking bay, but be careful with the gear. Captain Commander treats them better than he treats me.
Trio gets into their gear. Joven holds up his tiny laser pistol.
Well, looks like this is now the second largest blaster I'm packing.
That's more of a cell phone than you realize.
Lasercorn powers up his laser pistol and strikes a pose.
Time for you two to go save the day.
Joven runs off with a war cry as Lasercorn yells at Sohinki.
What do you mean, you two? You're not gonna help?
I have an idea. I created the first plot hole by breaking the game. If I can do it again, this time inside of it, maybe I can create a second plot hole.
That doesn't make any sense!
The plot hole doesn't make sense. Just trust me.
No chainsaw hands. Just get us home, okay?
Sohinki musters his courage and runs after Joven, screaming in fear.
Ah!
New chainsaw hands! I'm gonna show you chainsaw hands. I can do this. Yeah, I can do this.
Are you trying to convince me or yourself? Because either way, not very convincing.
I need a way to write a new code into the system. Okay, Captain Commander saves at the terminals. If I use this terminal to overwrite the current game state, I can possibly crash the game and cause another plot hole.
Calculating chances of success? Huh. Interesting.
What's interesting?
That percentage has never come up negative before.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sound of my genius!
Interior futuristic spaceship hallway, moments later. Sohinki runs up behind Joven, screams terrified as he blindly fires his laser pistol down the hallway.
Dude, you doing okay? Did you get any of them?
Peek around the corner to see an empty hallway filled with laser blasts smoking off the walls. They both straighten up, more curious than scared.
I scared them all away. I'm awesome. Do you think Six saw me? She's got to be impressed, right? She totally digs me. I'm so hot.
Sohinki sees another card of his. He turns around to pick it up.
Weird, how'd my luminous turtle get out here?
He looks He looks up to see, opposite of them, a large squad of Zorgob soldiers, giant alien slugs in lumpy space armor and super soaker-like rifles in their tentacled hands. They stared dumbly. What did they just watch? It's just awkward blinking stares for a beat. Then Sohinki and Joven scream in terror and run the way Joven was firing. The Zorgobs battle yell and chase them. Interior, futuristic spaceship hallway, continuous. Joven and Sohinki run down a new corridor.
It's supposed to be my day off! I was just gonna play Fable Beast and pay my bills, but no! Lasercorn had to exile us to space hell, and you had to beat Joven! I just want to find my Robo Narwhal and go home!
You're right. It's time to try out our dialogue options.
What? I didn't say any of this!
I'm a master of language. I've picked up enough from their leader.
With that, Joven stops and turns around, hands in the air.
No, don't do that. That's idiotic.
Merklark! Merklark, Vargnark, Snar.
The Zorgob squad stops and looks at their captain, confused. The general shrugs, points and yells in Zorgobian. The Zorgobs return to firing their lasers. Joven and Sohinki are hit in their armor, but the armor holds. Sohinki and Joven are prone on their backs on the floor.
Great job, Joven.
Why? Do you think they're gonna surrender now?
They scramble up and take off at a sprint.
Definitely not, but at least now they're just firing at you.
Interior, bridge of the ship. Lasercorn works manically as Six receives status reports from the ship.
You might want to hurry up. The Zorgobs just destroyed our anti-personnel defenses. Your friends are about to have a lot more company.
I'm in the core code. Just need to change a few parameters. So, how's your day going?
This seems like the wrong time for small talk.
It helps me focus. For instance, I've almost forgotten the objective truth that we got sucked into a video game and are in mortal danger. And my incompetent friends are alien chow, probably.
Elkhorn stops working for a second, considering what he said.
Do Zorgobs eat?
Sohinki and Joven run back onto the bridge, out of breath. Sohinki's armor is singed, but Joven's is smoking, blackened by laser fire, and barely hanging on to his body.
Well, we held them off for as long as we could. Did you fix everything? No? Oh, you're an idiot? Okay, well, we'll just die here then.
Wait a second. Hold on. One more backslash and... Got it.
Computer starts to overload again, and a new plot hole opens up next to them.
Great! Now, let's all take a moment to take a look around the bridge for my Robo Narwhal.
Wait, ask the blue lady if she wants to come with us.
I can hear you. But also, yes, take me with you. Wherever it leads, it has to be better than taking orders from Commander Rumblunder. He prints out my graphics card watching alien vids vapes all the time, and he never gave me a name.
Let's go. But aren't you kind of stuck in this console?
Way ahead of you. Here, take this.
Metallic wristband pops up from the console.
This is the device Captain Commander uses.
To take you on missions! It's the Doohickatron!
Affirmative.
Six and Lasercorn exchange a look. Is this flirting? Joven clocks this and panics.
Hey, Elkhorn. Ask the pretty blue lady if she saw me speaking Zorgob.
The adults are talking, Joven.
Some say I saved the day that day.
With the Doohicatron, you'll be able to project my image, and I can communicate with you anytime.
The blast door bends inward. Singed areas begin to appear on the metal.
Yes, just jump into the plot hole and let's go.
6 becomes a point of blue light that disappears into the console, moves through it into the wristband with a ding. Lasercorn slaps it on his wrist like a slap bracelet.
All right, got it. On the count of 3, everyone jump. Ready?
No, I still haven't.
Joven pops up from under the captain's chair.
Whoa, dudes, I just found a gold-foiled Robo-Narwhal. It's mine!
Every red vein on Sohinki's face is about to pop.
Give it to me.
Joven, terrified, gives the card to Sohinki, who immediately relaxes and gently kisses the card.
Well, if you get that, then, I get the rifle bazooka.
He grabs the rifle bazooka, then...
Don't tell the pretty blue lady.
I can hear you!
Let's go. 1,
Are you sure this can get us home?
it'll definitely get us not here.
3, jump! Whee!
Joven tackles the other 2, sending the trio flying into the plot hole and disappearing into a new realm. The Zorgobs burst through the bulkhead to see the room empty. As they stand there confused, we hear the sound of 2 fucking chainsaws. The chainsaws erupt in geysers of blood as it cuts through the Zorgob squads. Standing behind them, covered in Zorgob gore, is Captain Commander. He has motherfucking chainsaw hands. Back on the portal, we see Lasercorn poking his head through with a giant smile on his face and tears in his eyes.
Behold, I am the beautiful mind.
Lasercorn quickly disappears back into the swirling vortex. Captain Commander, just pissed, manly grunts, walks to the weapons panel and tries to pick one up, but his chainsaw hands won't let him. Like Edward Scissorhands in a waterbed, he pushes back his tears and grunts angrily, then whips his scowling attention to the still active plot hole. Interior, back of a school bus. Day. Lasercorn, Sohinki, and Joven drop out of the plot hole and plop down on the back seat of a school bus.
Yes, we made it home. First things first, I gotta call Brad to... Wait a minute. This isn't home. Where are we? Why aren't we home? Loser corn!
Good one. Oh no, it smells like a school bus.
Wherever we are, there's no aliens attacking us, so I saved us.
Calculating chances of survival.
No need for that. I've saved us all. I can feel it.
Zoom out. Exterior, school bus in midair. Day. We see the school bus floating in the air, being held up by a bunch of balloons. Zoom out further. We now see the bus floating high above an island as everyone on the bus jumps out and deploys parachutes. Zoom out even further to see Captain Commander land on top of another school bus with a loud thud. He revs both chainsaw hands, eternally pissed at the trio and eager for vengeance.
Chances are in the negatives, by the way.
End.
Nice.
Bean. Yeah, it should
There
say
we
fin.
go.
Thanks, that's a fin.
First table
I have-
read.
I have one note.
What's your note?
One story note. I thought it was very funny. My one story note is I don't think there's enough of a reason for VI to go with us. We're inept, and like her explanation for why she wants to leave kind of comes later. I almost feel like we need to see a hint of Captain Commander being mean to her, or she has to mention that early on, or something along
Does
those lines.
though. He vapes all the time. He has that
Well,
whole
but that
rant.
was later on when she was like already deciding to leave, like
what-
way later in the conversation.
This is such a good point. What if there was a point of contention there where, I would tell Lasercorn, hey, ask her to come. And Lasercorn's like, oh, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Do you want to come? And then Six is like, absolutely not. You guys are idiots.
Yes.
And then
yeah, I
maybe,
agree.
like-
I feel like we should almost download into the bracelet against her will a little bit.
I think it's there, but it's more in the performance because she does mention like she never got a name. So if like, oh, what's your name? And then if like it's played a little bit, like it kind of hurts, and then she gets the name, and then she says the other
Okay,
shit.
yeah, for sure.
And
for
then
sure.
when she brings up the name again, but he never even gave me a name. If it's brought up like that's an explosive thing where it's like he never even gave me a name, where it's like that's a big pushing thing of like he didn't respect her kind of
See,
thing.
do you want to come with us? We gave you, so we gave her a name and she comes. If there's maybe like a moment of clarity from maybe Joven's character would be funny because he has like a moment of logic where he's like, well, your super soldier isn't unfrozen yet, and this entire ship is about to be blown up by Zorgobs. If you don't come with us, you're going to be destroyed. It's like,
I feel like there needs to be a deeper reason she comes
Mm-hmm.
with that is like revealed like a few episodes later.
Oh.
Yeah.
character
I think there
arc.
could be, I think
Yeah.
there could be deeper reasons.
Yeah.
But I even want more surface level ones, like just maybe one or two more things in the set, like reason, like
Maybe
and
in that
I
rant.
do think we get there. I just think like I need it a little earlier on to like build up more, like why she doesn't like, because it doesn't even seem like she doesn't like Captain Commander at first.
Yeah.
It's like we are doing something that's very nice for her. We give her a name and she likes that. But
It could
there's
use a line during the phase where where it's revealed that she doesn't have a name. It's like, wait, how do you not have a name? You need your name for taxes. Well, the douchebag that emotionally abuses me and just uses me for my intelligence all day decided not to give me a name.
yeah, it's
I
almost
also
like
feel like
Maybe you don't have to be that heavy-handed with it. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like he usually just asks me for information and then turns me off or something, like.
also I feel like 6 is not helpful at all. She's
Right.
done 0 things to help in this
Yeah.
entire thing.
Why,
Yes.
So,
why,
Agreed.
why did she give them baby armor to fight the... That wasn't how it originally was.
Yeah, that's something that'll have to change just because we have key art made so far that doesn't show that. So I think I've got a fix for that particular moment, but it is funny
I just
that
think, to Mari's point, she should be actually helpful. She should be like, I can provide you with weapons to fight the Zorgobs. These are,
yeah,
something lasers. Like the joke
More
that
pointed
they
there.
get baby armor, I don't
Yeah.
think is worth...
Because I'm not a wet blanket, but I'm just kind of like, well,
Yeah.
the chances are this. Or, yeah.
If
I feel
anything, it's
she's
like
not
I've
doing
never
anything.
seen. Yeah, exactly. It's like if anything, it's like I've never seen chances in the negative. It's like, well, I guess this could increase the odds, and then she opens up the arsenal for us, and it's like normally this is Captain Commander's gear, but he's a piece of shit. So here you go.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
use it.
Oh, yeah. Also, do you still have the episode 2? Well, yeah, because we take... I remember...
I don't think we ever actually wrote anything down. We were just like joking back and forth what it would be.
So, yeah, we had this one part in episode 2 where you're listening on the doohicatron or the bracelet, and Captain Commander confronts us, and he's like, give me back Sarah and Lisa. And you, like, are screaming in our earpiece, like, he gave the guns names!
Yeah.
He gave the names! Like, because he never gave you a name. I don't know. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
funny.
But yeah, I think a little more tweaking. I think we can start doing some storyboards for it. So I'm going to get an artist on that. And yeah, let us know in the comments below what you liked, who are your favorite characters. It was kind of fun to be able to play a different character. Like, Joven in this is considered, the wild card. So Hinky's like the straight man trying to like pull everyone in. So it's like different versions of the people that we are.
Yes, different for me.
Wants to go
So
back
different.
to work.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Also,
I do want to say
character
'cause-
names be?
Well, oh, true. Well, I did, yeah, comment below with that for sure. I do just want to say, like, I feel like I had a critique right off the bat, but it was just because it was, like, on top of mind, like, right when we finished. But yeah, I think overall it's really fun. I just think Mari's character, VI, needs a little bit more
Needs a little
fleshing
more
out,
presence there.
a little more reason, yeah. And then we're
It's next to impossible to have a cartoon sold in the market right now that's not attached to an IP. And there is something about this trope of just, oh, hey, cool, it's more people who got sent into a video game. Minecraft. But
Jumanji.
Jumanji, like this, I want this show and cartoon to kind of like cut through the noise a little bit and make fun of that trope. And I feel like we can poke a few more jabs at this trope. It's nice. It's like, oh, it was a plot hole that got us in here. But it may be like another joke to really, kick the trope while it's down.
I think you should be really proud. I think it's really
Yeah.
cool that you're working on a friggin' cartoon.
Yeah,
It's like,
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
one step closer. Hopefully, it'll become a nice little calling card for us. And I will say, from the last time recording, Lasercorn and Soinki, your acting abilities are exactly the same. Mari, holy shit, you've really leveled up in your ability and talent, and you are very phenomenal at this.
oh.
Yeah, you did great, Mari.
I think everyone did great. I was cracking up the entire time. I appreciate
Yay.
it. Thank you.
I at first
Try not
was
to be a wet
worried.
blanket.
I was worried that the Robo Narwhal was going to be too much of like this thing that kept pulling Soinki that didn't make sense. I'm glad we did the table read because hearing it out loud, I think it did make sense. That want was there. He still wants the thing that he bought. He spent money on it. I feel like that little MacGuffin still kind of worked for us.
MacGuffin.
What?
I like that
Does
word.
he-
MacGuffin?
I forget. How did he does he get it at the end? He says, "Give
Yeah,
it to me."
Yeah, Joven finds
like
it.
hands it to him.
And he's like, ooh, a brand new
In
Robo Narwhal.
I almost can see Joven like about to give it to him and like stumble backwards into it, and that's the reason why Sohinki will like go after him again.
Oh, that's
it's
fun.
like he doesn't get it back just yet.
it's like no dibs.
Yeah.
Whee!
It would be funny if that was a running thing that the Robo Narwhal was somewhere in every episode, and I was just like,
And then
still trying to
eventually
get it.
the card gets like
it gets
put.
sucked out of your hand at the beginning of every
Yeah.
episode.
The will they won't they is me and the Robo Narwhal.
Lasercorn
Yeah.
eventually mods the card that the Robo Narwhal comes to life and saves the day.
yeah.
And then it's
I
I
feel
have like a
like
best
it
friend
needs
moment with him. And
Ooh,
but then he
dude.
has to eventually return back to a card, and I like have this emotional moment where I'm gonna lose the Robo Narwhal back to being a card. And I'm like, no, but you're my best friend, Robo Narwhal.
No, well, yeah, well, I mean, modding the card is fun, but we should also at some point enter a Yu-Gi-Oh-esque world where everyone's card battling, and the Robo Narwhal gets
that's
brought to
so
life.
good.
And
This
so
is
Hiki's
like-
character freaks out. Robo Narwhal's alive!
I feel like it's like because my character is definitely like the complainer, but it's like if we go to
But you
the
also
card
love
battling,
Robo Narwhal.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like if we go to the card battler world, it's like suddenly one chance for my character to like be the action
Yeah.
guy, like the extra.
like, no, no, no.
And I like it where it's like the Robo Narwhal has always known that you'll fight for it, and so it's like there's like a true
It's your
like,
Pikachu.
yeah, it's like there's kinship there where it's like the Robo Narwhal's like, I'll do anything for you. You've gone through all these plot holes for me.
Yeah.
There in the original, synopsis where we were talking about like what the season could be, it was Captain Commander chasing after us through the different worlds. Matt, he brought up this really fun idea because I was like, oh wait, no, he's got chainsaw hands. Like we need him to drop those so we can grab guns. And he's like, oh no, what if, in each game that you go through, you actually wind up pissing off the main boss and you're collecting these main bosses that are chasing you as you go. So then the back half of the season is you having to like fight off the bosses. And I was like, oh, well, that's fun.
Seven evil X's or whatever.
7 evil bosses.
And the Sohinki chasing the normal, like, okay, it goes through the portal, and it's then, like, on the bus right in front of him, flies out the window down to the island, so that's why you have to chase it there.
So we have to jump onto the island.
And then, like, then it's someone steps on it, it's on their boot, so you have to go chasing after them, flits into the next portal.
Yeah, it's like I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying on this bus, and Robo Narwhal, no.
Hand me my parachute. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening in on this table read. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Where could you see the show going? What kind of other episodes should we do? And if you like more of these, we'll do more table reads for other shows and pilots we'd like to make. So thank you guys for being a part of this, and to the audience watching, and to everyone, praise him.
Praise him.
Praise him.
Hoorays.